Hey, what's up, guys? So, one of the disciplines that I'm diving into is recording sounds for a thing that I'm definitely not doing right now. That involves spookage sound effects, things like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna set up the microphone and I'm gonna record stuff. And I set it up, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And I just kind of sat there. And I was like, okay, well, so I checked out some Foley artists and kind of what they do. And it's like years of experience, years of development and figuring out what sounds like what. And I was like, okay, so I guess I got to get experimenting. So I have another mic stand here with the SM57. It's not a condenser, but it's just for the sake of this example. And I was like, okay, what do I do? And then I realized, oh yeah, this microphone stand kind of squeaks when I move it. So I'm like, I'm gonna record that. So I'm going to do that. And you're not gonna be able to hear much of it at all, but I'll just do that. And this is the part of the process of recording. And I'll show you how to get some really cool sounds here. We're gonna get like an ambient thing built up just for the sake of example, really quick. So here. All right, so that was that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag this down into a separate track here. I have my recording track, and then I have the track that I have playing down here. So I'm going to double click on that and then give it a boost in volume, and I'm going to take a listen. All right, so it sounds kind of awful. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. Sounds kind of awful because the 57 is not picking up the higher frequencies in this particular example. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bump it up. Super easy. There's no rules. Who cares? All right. Sounds kind of awful, but we're gonna get some cool stuff going on here. So there's that. Let's record something else. So I was just looking for things around me, and I was like, okay, well, I have like this jar of nuts, and I'm just like, okay, well, what'll that sound like if I record that? So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so I have that now, and what does that sound like? That, boost the volume. Typically you'd be using maybe like a paired. So I have that. Paired, okay, sorry, a paired condenser mic, but I don't have that luxury. So that's a different sound that doesn't require so much EQ. I'm just gonna move that up. So that's what that sounds like. Let's boost this up just a bit more. All right, so I have this sound, but what if I unwarp it and then I transpose it a bit? What does that sound like? Sounds like a bunch of rocks moving around. Sounds like someone's moving a bunch of rocks. And, I could gate this and stuff like that, but let's just use that. Okay, so we have that now, which is our rocks. We got squeaks, we got rocks. What else? Okay, so here's something. I'm just picking up objects. So what this is a hotel card. And then I have two pieces of paper here, like a receipt. I'm going to have one in each finger. And I'm just going to do some cool stuff with that. So bear with me. I have too many microphones in front of me. Holy crap. Okay, so there's that. Let's take a listen to that one. I'm not an expert. I'm just experimenting. This is a paper on credit card. Let's speed that down. I think if you have like a bunch of those going on at different speeds, all overlapping, you got a campfire sound. I'm guessing. I don't know. Yeah, all right, so there's that. What else do we have here? Oh, I have keys. So I'm sure someone at one point in history has done this. All right, so there were my keys. Put that down there. What does that sound like? And these are all just kind of things we can have going. And, you know, we can speed them up, pitch them down, or we could warp them, which is also kind of weird. It adds to the uncanny. Sounds like someone's moving. So I'm guessing if I have these both kind of like that with the rocks. Rocks and the keys, and then what's this one again? Yeah, I don't know about that one, but I'll just plop that in there all the same. I cherish all of my recordings. So I have these two. Right, so that might tell a little bit of a story there. And we'll just put this over top of our, I guess you'd call it our ambience thing that we built. All right, so we have a situation here. Let's add some reverb to that. Reverb always makes things sound a bit better. See, more spook. All right, so we can have these. We can split them up. Kind of fade them. And typically I would record a lot of these. And I would just kind of use the best ones. All right, that's garbage. So the best one would be kind of jarring. So maybe this one, right? So just have this. Oh, maybe give it a play. I want to just kind of have everything start at the beginning. And that is the cheesiest thing ever. But it's done without samples. Only one sample, and that was the crash that is repeated over and over. And yeah, make sure to pan things. might sound a little too... like that, yeah. Put that there. Okay, so I have this right here. What if I reverse that? I reverse it, and then I add a delay, which is a little bit different. Those might need to be pitched down a bit more. Much better. Yeah, I forgot to pitch those down. And from there, we can EQ and do all sorts of things. There you go. That's just a simple, easy example you can follow along with. And yeah, that is your ambience. And you can just do that with so many things. I'm just always looking and seeing, I was like, what would that sound like if I pitched it down or, you know, drowned it in reverb and just kind of did all sorts of things. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned stuff. Take care and have a good one.